Hey, good evening and welcome to Monday night. It's me, Alan Patterson, and I'm here in the booth with Sus, and we are bringing you coverage of SimRace SA's Season 2 Touring Car Series. This is 2021.2 and the Division 1 race, and we're at Donington this evening. And Sus, how are you, buddy?
Hello, Alan. Hello, everybody. All I can say is it's race day. It was an exciting weekend for racing, and I think we're trying to carry on that bit of excitement tonight as well. So really looking forward to it.
Indeed, we are. It's been a huge weekend of racing, as I'm sure everyone can attest to and was witness to. We are bringing you it's round 2, but it's race 3 and 4, essentially, of the tin tops. It's the British touring cars. Full grid again tonight with awesome liveries. The grid is packed. I think we did have 2 or 3 that did private message that they couldn't be present tonight for work reasons. So we'll see if they get there later or not. Let's quickly cover what we need to cover before practice starts. Weather this evening. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 19 degrees Celsius, mildly cloudy, no chance of rain, road temp of 17 degrees. It's a typical British summer, autumn day. And I know Ryan tries to nail these very accurately, so I'm sure it's pretty accurate. We are at Donington, the full version of Donington, which includes the SEs, turn 9, as you can see on my drawing. And then the 2 hairpins, the Melbourne hairpin and Goddard's. Everything else stock standard, as we know the track to be. We should see some very exciting racing going on here tonight, Sus.
Yes, I did a few laps this weekend with my teammates who are running in Div 2 and 3, and I must say it's quite a lot of excitement driving these cars. They're a little bit tail happy, and on Donington, you have to be very, very careful not to lose it too much.
Exactly.
It costs you so much time.
Right. So, a new thing, as we are, or should all be awares, from round 2 of all the series in AC and including ACC, we have the promotion relegation process. So HLQ servers are dropping away. This is the result of what happened for round 1. The bottom 3 from Division 1, they will be going back to Division 2, and the top 3 from Division 2 are on promotion coming into this race, being Shiraz Dada, Bjorn Buchner and Hein van Niekerk. So a couple of changes to the grid with these 3 coming in and those 3 going out, but I'm sure there's still going to be some awesome racing for the evening.
Yes, now I'm looking up and down on the server. I'm not seeing Shiraz here just yet.
Okay.
Maybe he still needs to connect. I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully he can still make it.
Cool.
There are 2 races though, so our format is a 20-minute sprint race as the first race tonight, and then a 40-minute feature race.
Exactly. Right. So, without further ado, we're quickly going to show you our resident aliens in-car lap. This kindly provided by Nick Hodgson. So let me put that on, get that out the way, and then we'll watch quali for the next 7 minutes. So stand by.
Alright, good evening everybody, and welcome to our qualifying lap for round 2 at SimRace SA season 2021.2 in our Volvo S40. Once again, we are at Donington GP for round 2, Wheatcroft Straight, and we go onto our flying lap. Okay, first thing first, get the car all the way over to the left hand side, brake a little bit early for red gate. You want to get the car carried as much speed as you possibly can through there, but it's a very difficult balancing act because you need to brake late but also not get the car sideways. Very difficult to do, but as we go through the cranny curves, we've got a good exit. 4th gear here, you brake a little bit early for the old hairpin. The reason for that is you want to then get back on the power early with the differentials in these front wheel drive cars. You can do that and you will gain all the way up this hill. 3rd gear now for McLean's. Nice and easy, just don't overthink that one and you should be okay. Now Coppice, what you want to do is really cut the corner like I did there, but not get the car bouncing out. That's the key. I ran way too wide there and I lost at least a tenth. Down Starkey straight now. You want to find your braking point for the S's, really critical to do so. Third gear, carry that speed. Look how I'm carrying that speed through those S's. That's exactly what you want to do. Difficult to be consistent with, but it will gain you at least a couple of tenths. Okay, on the brakes, just at that board. You want to keep the car really tight through the Melbourne hairpin. You don't run it out wide on the exit. You want to use that differential to drag you out and get the best run into the final corner. Goddard's definitely the most difficult corner on the track. You want to try and make sure that the car doesn't step out on you. Very difficult to do, and we will go across the line for a 1 minute 31.954. Alright, everybody, and welcome to our qualifying lap.
Okay. Yep, I'm back. Sorry, I didn't unmute. Thanks, Nick, for the enlightening video. And good. Right, so let's get into it.
Yeah, quickly gonna say hello to everybody there on YouTube. Gerard Niemand, Melvin Gous. See, we have a newbie here, Anthony Maritz, Amrish Sunaran, feeling like I'm butchering that. John T. Dirk Brandt, Wimpy de Beer. Unfortunate not having him here tonight, but hopefully he's going to enjoy watching the race. Carl Steeg, hello there everybody, welcome, and we're always glad having some supporters here just to enjoy the races with us.
Exactly. It's great to have all of you guys here. As usual, we'll have a good banter and a good chat. And while we're talking about that, look at that. We have the SRAC car, and I think there's a bit of news about this car and this driver, Sas.
I'm not sure what news.
The car, the guy in first place.
Oh, the guy in first place. Yeah, Charles Wilkin.
Correct.
Doing a sub 32. I know that there's been a lot of chatter about what the limit is. I think Nick was saying he could just get into the sub 32s there.
Yes, okay.
Okay, and Ross Bartle just smashes it. So
he does.
So clearly there's a bit of sandbagging going about.
Yeah. All right, but I mean the news about the team change.
Oh no, I didn't pick up on that. I was a bit distracted when you and Ryan were mentioning it. So Charles Wilkin joins the SRAC team there.
Yes.
He's made the move from being an independent driver to being a contracted man now.
Right. So that has some hopefully good positive ramifications for the league as far as teams goes, because we definitely need some serious competition for the point blank guys, and I think with Charles joining up with them, it just adds a little bit more meat to the team dynamics there.
Definitely, he's also bringing some good rally experience there, so really looking forward to seeing what he can put together tonight. What's most exciting me here is the fact that everybody didn't quite have HLQ to judge one another's race.
Exactly. Yep.
So it's going to show who prepared and who did not.
Right, let's go and see what we can see. We've got Philip Minnar, and he just bumps in a 8th position, a 132.5. So Philip Minnar, that's his current position. Oh, he runs a little wide there, and he's going to cancel that. Let's see who else is on a quick one here. People starting some quick laps. Yeah, we've got Marco Grasse in the almighty Team Gunston BMW. I mean, I just can't say enough about the look of that car. Ryan on YouTube saying that Nissan looks like a weapon.
So I'm just gonna mention quickly Renier Leach. Oh no, he was on a very good lap and then threw it away at the first hairpin.
Okay.
I've jumped to Brett Krookamp now, who's coming down the back straight. He's about 3/10 up on his delta, so not quite enough yet to bring him into the sub 32s, but enough to try and put him in the top 5 at least.
Right, Brett hammers through that chicane, and indeed he is up 2.5 tenths. So this should be an improvement.
Lost a tenth though.
Oh, he has.
And loses a bit more, but I think he's sacrificing a bit to try and get a good exit there. I did find myself yesterday struggling to find the correct balance between how much to sacrifice and how much to try and
he's
and
doing late
carry speed.
apexes there to get the speed, so that
Yeah.
hurt him now. So he drops down there. There's Javan Oosthuizen. He's the supporting the only LLC driver tonight. I've got Shiraz's name here, but I can't see him, so I don't think he's actually in yet, is he?
No, it's on my side. It's not showing him with the tire choice yet, so I'm assuming he hasn't connected yet.
All right. Oh, down in 17th place. I just watched Rob Walker go through turn 1 in the Nissan sideways for Team Odin Racing. He believes that's a quick line through there. It does look effective, I must say.
I mean, what's the point of going fast if you're not doing it in style?
God, looks awesome. Aircraft panel style bodywork here to the Odin Racing cars. Some very creative designs for this season.
I think I must compliment Ryan for that. The last I spoke to him, it was his idea doing
Cool.
the aircraft body there.
Corne Brett is slightly up on his delta in the Flying Gypsies, the Whaling
Ross
BMW.
Bartle improves by another 10th on his lap there, so giving Scholl all the more to try and push for.
Sure. It's going to be an awesome dice if Scholl can hang in there and be, he can be the thorn amongst the roses, so to speak, with the domination from point blank. So let's see how Scholl does. Corne Brett's just dropped off a little bit here.
To quickly recap,
yes.
It's only for the feature race that people will get promoted and demoted. So this sprint race, it's all for the points. Getting there over that line as quickly as possible. So people might be throwing out some elbows trying to get gain positions, and we might see some good racing in this sprint race.
Scholl Wilkin just went quicker, a 131.651. It's not quick enough, but
almost.
It's close. Very close. Brett Crowcamp, he's on a lap, but he's not up. Oh, we just had Wesley disconnect. Hopefully he'll get back in quickly.
So many cars just sitting there on the straight. Oh, that's overtime. Okay, so that was end of the lap. I just thought they might have impeded Philip's lap there.
No, Peter Keldenace, he's just below his delta as he comes up to the last hairpin. Let's see if he can improve on this. Oh, he doesn't. He kind of stays exactly where he is. 132.217 for Peter Keldenace. Who else is still on the lap? Philip Minnar. Oh no, he's quite far down. Wesley Ferrant is disconnected. Hopefully he gets back on. Sean Bingham goes over the line. He misses out. And that's that. Ross Bartle, Scholl Wilkin, front row. Sass, that's going to be an interesting interesting race.
It's not a front row lockout by the point blank racing tonight. So exciting.
All right, stay with us. We're going to go to a quick ad break and we'll be back shortly. Right, we're back, and that timing is amazing as they go straight to the grid. Let's get ourselves back there.
Okay, so front row, Ross Bartle, Scholl Wilkin followed by Brett Crowcamp. I can't remember if Renier was in front of Nick. Let me quickly see.
Yeah, unfortunately we don't have a decent camera here, so we're going to see them from quite a ways out.
Okay, lights are starting to come on. 10 seconds, I think. The countdown will start disappearing, and drivers will hopefully have everything ready. 3, 4, 5, 6 lights.
We're off.
Drop the clutch and away they go.
Right, here they come. It's an awesome looking field heading straight towards us here at Donington, and start of the first lap of the sprint series. Charles trying.
Shuffling about, just giving one another a bit of space there. Does look like everybody gets through cleanly, and I do see Wesley is on the grid, so he's made it back in time.
A little bit of movement at the back, a little bit of contact, but everyone's racing, and yep, the Volvos are up and charging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Volvos. Charles Wilkin looking. He's pushing Ross Bartle. He's trying to find just a little bit of a gap. Right behind him, it's the other 2 point blank cars, Crowcamp and Hodgson, flying formation. But here they go through Coppice and down the back straight, and Ross's foot flat. And I'll tell you what, Crowcamp is right under the wing of Charles Wilkin. Yeah.
I can't remember that these cars have a lot of. I don't think the slipstream is that effective. But he's surely going to be putting a lot of pressure on Wilkin to try and force out a mistake.
Yeah.
As I'm saying that, I'm just noticing the aircraft taking off there in the background.
Yes, or landing. Yeah. Look, Donington's right next to the airfield, so it's an awesome layout. Charles closed in on the back of Ross in braking through the first hairpin, second hairpin onto the main straight. Here we come. So we have 3 point blank cars, 2 SRAC cars, and Rainier Leach in between all of them in 5th place.
Yes. Okay.
Rainier Leach not running one of the liveries as we're swapping liveries around, so I think it's them that are out without liveries this evening.
Yes. We had a very panicked mention of liveries not matching up, and I think it was drivers just not realizing we had switched around some of them. What is happening? Where? Peter Keldernice and Rainier Leach.
Yeah. Peter went round him. Rainier got stuck coming down the Craner curves, went wide onto the grass, and Peter's floated past him. But
it's allowing Philip to catch up as well.
Exactly.
So he's also hungry there for some positions.
Philip Minnar in one of the first of the Nissans. Car looks amazing.
I'm speculating. He did a bit of a cheeky thing. I think he ran round 1 in the Volvo and then he switched to the Nissan. So he's now almost guaranteed of a nice livery running with the low amount of Nissans running in the series.
He's running defensive into the hairpin. I tell you what, James Leach.
Giving James enough space there, but he's got the inside line. But does he won't have the inside line on this last corner.
No. James Leach is up the inside into the second hairpin.
Much better exit there, and I think Philip is trying to go for the cutback. I don't think it's quite going to work out. It depends on if he can get the drive there. He's just sitting behind him under that wing.
Right, as they come through nose to tail, looking further back down the field, Bjorn Buchner and Marco Grasser.
Up in front, sorry. Charles Wilkin is falling back. He's fallen back down to 4th. Not quite sure how it happened.
He must have been wide through T1.
Probably.
Right, we got him on screen, and he's obviously retaliating straight away. So we're going to see if he can claw back some gains and possibly get positions back past Nick and Brett Crowcamp, who are right up ahead of him. Everyone kind of straight lining, and behind them, the field looks all getting spread out already, but
they're getting a bit more spread out, although Waldo is overtaking Corné Breed there for 14th position. I think Corné had a bit of a moment. The gap in front has now become quite a bit.
Francois Erasmus down in 11th place on the back of Warren Oates. Nothing much going on there. And then there we have Sean Bingham, the 4th of the point blank cars.
Peter Gelden is doing very well up there in 5th position.
He is.
He's providing a good bit of backup support there for Charles, it seems.
Yep. Sim Race Africa crew, 4th and 5th, as you point out. So definitely gaining and earning some points for the team, and Peter doing well in 5th place. Charles pushing hard. He's trying to hang on to the back of Hodgson and Crocombe, but the point blank guy's showing him a clean pair of heels here.
For the battle for 13th position, Waldo Swiggers and Hein van Niekerk, they've been running nose to tails out of turn 1. I think Waldo managed a clean overtake there on Hein, but Hein is not giving up the battle just yet.
He's gone wide there.
He got a bit of a tank slapper.
Hein,
that's
I'm making that official. That was a SAS commentator's curse, buddy, so just letting you know.
Why you have to do that to me,
sorry, I've got to do that. That was a you.
Sean Bingham in 12th. He's trying to look there past Francois Erasmus into the chicane. Slight bump on the rear quarter, but they both keep going.
Okay, up to 4th. Charles Wilkin almost threw it down the inside of Nick Hodgson into the hairpin. He's much stronger on braking, and I think that opened Nick's eyes a little bit, so he's now pushing hard on the back of Mr. Crocombe. Hey, to all the new guys on YouTube, thanks for coming. Melvin Coase, how's it, man? Vasanian Gaming, shouting for Peter and Charles, SRAC guys. Rudy van der Westhuizen's there, Willem Stein's there. Not poor Sass, no, he started that. And Craig Wesley also shouting for SRAC. Nick is looking, he's trying to find a way.
And knowing point blank, there's usually not any team orders, so Brett is going to be sweating to try and hold on to that position.
He is. Nick is clearly trying to put in pure quali laps here. Ross up the road by 2.5 seconds after 8 minutes. Look how Charles
Nick
closes
had
in.
a bit of a moment there coming out of the corner. Charles is right under his wing.
Charles sending
pulling up alongside, coming into the chicane.
There's a bit of contact there, and
he keeps it going.
He does. Nick just gave him a little how's your mother to let him know he was still there. He had to turn in, but Charles had the corner, and Charles goes up into 3rd place. So let's see if he can progress from there. But mind you, look behind. Look at Peter Geldenhuys. He's got Renier Leach and James Leach jumping on the back of his heels. Oh,
Runs
my word.
slightly wide.
Renier Leach is he's clearly showing his intention to get past Peter Geldenhuys. Some awesome racing here this evening. It's exactly what we expected.
I see Mark Jansen van Rensburg in the chat there saying, take note, boys. Yes, everybody, take note. This is not the Donington that I know, where it's a bit tough to make overtakes. It's looking like they're making it look easy tonight.
Yeah. Oh, here comes Renier. No, here comes James on Renier. James going around the outside of Renier, and they swap for 6th and 7th. Renier had a little bit of a tank slap at the bottom of the Craner curves, and James just said, I'll have that, thank you. So good pass made there by the brothers.
Coming back from those tank slappers are so tough.
Yeah, well, these cars, it's a precision thing, I'm led to believe.
I eventually found myself not getting off of the throttle completely when I under braking, just trying to keep that nose straight. But I am no expert. These drivers have done a lot to get up to this pace, I'm sure.
All good. Right. Here we're watching Waldo Swiggers in 11th, and he's looking at the back of Warren Oates. Warren Oates running defensive into the hairpin, Melbourne hairpin. Is who were the 3 that came up again?
That is Shiraz Dada.
Yeah. Isn't it Warren?
Warren Oates is one of them, I think. I'll quickly double check.
I can quickly just change my screen here. No, Hein van Niekerk, Shiraz Dada, and Bjorn Buchner.
Yes.
Right. So where is he? Hein van Niekerk. Here he is, in the kind of Golf-looking liveried BMW, and he's in 14th place. So he's definitely a having a lot of fun back up here in the in Division 1. Oh,
Very
Leach and
much.
Leach. They swapped again. It looks like James had a problem and Renier's just floated past him, so we missed that, unfortunately. Oh, Nick Hodson. I'm jumping to fourth. Nick is all over the back of Scholl, coming to the same point where Scholl took him.
He's not alongside though, so
No.
so it's opening up the chicane a lot better for Scholl in this case.
Fogarty S's, they straight line through there and down to the braking at the Melbourne hairpin. Scholl takes a certain line. Nick trying to undercut, and he can't. Scholl's got that Volvo middle of the track.
Just parks it nicely there.
Yeah, it's a sign of skilled racing and experienced racing.
Jovan
Right.
saying Hein is technically in the wrong livery again. Sounds to me like LLC needs to start finding their drivers for supporting other teams.
Yeah.
Ooh, Rob Walker in the pits.
I saw
Not
that.
sure why.
It's a very early pit, actually. Well, it's not really,
Well,
but I
it's-
mean,
it's
are you
not- it's-
supposed to pit?
Not supposed to pit. 20 minutes is not short enough that it should affect him. I
Right.
think maybe he's got some damage and decided to go and repair that.
Let's go and look at Sean Bingham. Oh dear, Sean Bingham's off on turn 1. I've just caught him coming back on the track, and he's just dropped 2 or 3 positions for point blank. So Sean Bingham drops down to 13th. Warren Oates and Francois Erasmus have gone past, and now his tyres are probably a little bit cooked, and he's got to hold on to this car and not let a tank slapper catch him out.
I'm wondering if Rob maybe didn't make a mistake and forgot to load his race setup. Not sure.
Not sure. Philip Minard's in a big dice here at the moment, looking at the back of James Leach. Wesley Ferrand, not too far back either, coming along in 9th. Oh, Hudson, 3/10 of the back of Scholl Wilkin in 4th.
Trying to keep an eye on that gap like a chameleon while I'm watching Philip.
Exactly. I put that GIF meme, you know. Yes, Sass watching the chicane. Right, Philip Minard's right here. In fact, they're all right here. They're, although it's a bit of concertina for the braking, they stretch out a bit as they go over the start-finish line. And we have 7 minutes, 20 seconds left in the sprint series.
Nick looking like he got a very, very good exit out of turn 1 there.
Yeah, they come down through the Cranach curves. Got to be spot perfect all the way through here. Nick drifting it through the bottom of the Cranach curves, but Charles, he knows what he's doing. And
Scholl did just touch a wheel there onto the grass. But it's not cost him too much. They're both coming very cleanly.
no, you got to love the sound these cars make. They sound fantastic. Volvo's 5-cylinder wailing down the back straight into Fogarty S's, and nothing happening at all here. Nick pretty much has to follow Scholl all the way through. What's going on anywhere else? The
Down
Gunston.
14th.
Yes.
Corné Breed
Ooh.
right on the back of Hein van Niekerk there.
Corné
Ooh, I need
Breed.
to correct myself.
Yes.
Sorry, Philip was not in the Volvo. He was in the BMW.
Yes.
I'm seeing his teammates in the BMW and I realized.
Oh, look at the defensive running down to
Taking
the
very
hairpin.
defensive line there.
Hein going all the way up against the barrier.
Oh,
Corné.
breaks himself.
Oh, bang, smash, crash. That was not commentator's curse, but anyway. They pull out of the hairpin and Hein stays where he is. Corné's dropped back a good second and a half. But there's still 5.5 minutes. Oh, now Corné runs too deep through the next hairpin. That was a little bit of excitement right there. In the
Nick
background,
just keeping that gap down to under half a second, but he's not looking like he's able to make that move just yet.
no.
James Leach.
Yes, he's the other closest one. I've got him on camera. He's looking at the back of Renier again.
Philip fighting desperately to try and get on the back of them. I'm going to try and keep an eye on lap times to see if Philip can maybe still catch.
Ryan saying that was dirty. It wasn't dirty.
It was a little bit dirty. Hein ran a bit deep there, and I think he turned in a bit aggressively. It depends on if Cornet maybe missed his apex as well.
Yeah, okay. Well, we saw it from the back. We'll have to wait and see if there's any submissions to be sent through to the stewards.
James just sitting under that wing of Renier.
I wonder what James Leach Sr. thinks when he watches these guys, if he watches them. Because, I mean, you know, it's the two boys and they're going hammer and tongs at each other here. I wonder if he's behind them with like his hand and it's like he slaps James on the head and then he slaps Renier on the head. Right, down the craner curves, Renier's holding on.
A tiny bit of extra encouragement. Oh, Renier runs wide.
He does.
Onto the grass, but he does stay ahead.
And now James Leach Sr. is slapping. Oh, he runs very wide there. James has got a big chance here. And he does. He's gone right past. No, you can't. That was commentator's curse because we're watching it, hey? They're doing that on purpose. They can hear us.
We've been focused on them for quite a while. I
true.
refuse to accept commentator's curse for that.
All right, good. Let's go and see what's going back down here. Marco Grassa has just gone past Cornet. So Cornet Brett's having a drama. He's just now going backwards in his BM. Marco makes the move and he puts a car in between him and Bjorn Buchner.
Francois Erasmus on Warren Oates coming into the chicane. Francois is going to take the inside line there, and Warren Oates just yields the position there.
Sus, look on the YouTube channel.
Who? Oh, Mr. James Leach Sr.
He told him to keep it clean, and he handed out a few slaps.
We know what that means, James.
Here we go. Good to have you here, Mr. Leach Sr.
And I just missed it. I think Philip doing slightly better laps there than compared to Renier, so he is going to perhaps catch up. Don't know yet if it will be this lap or the next one.
No, come down the craner curves again, and coming with them is Philip Minnar in the Nissan. So next best car at the moment behind the Volvos is a Nissan.
The Nissan has proven itself to be quite quick. It's just a thirsty bugger. Ooh, Nick and Charles Wilkins swaps places. Charles looks like he's bump drafting Nick there.
We're watching them now, and Charles going to try
taking the defensive line.
Here we go. It's now going to be Nick's turn to go straight through the chicane. Nothing Charles can do. He pulls him behind him.
Trying a bit of almost a cutback move there. What's going to happen under braking?
Charles is good on braking here. Oh, strangely, he stays behind him there.
I think he just didn't quite see the opportunity that he was hoping
Nick's
for.
positioning that Volvo exactly what Charles did to him. So there we go. 1, 2, 3 for point blank again. And we've got 1.5 minutes to go. So I'd say they are starting their last lap.
It's a bit
It'll be close.
difficult to tell. It might be very close. Well, I'll
Agreed.
keep an eye on Ross for you. You can follow the battles.
Right, Cornet Brett struggling, still down in 16th, so he's falling off the back of Marco Grassa, who's bringing the Gunston BM up a little bit. Philip Minnar back up to 8th place, and he is trying everything he can in his book of tricks. And indeed, I'm sure he is closing in on the back of Renier Leach. There's a big gap now that's grown between James Leach and Renier here. Right, 25 seconds. Where's Ross?
Yeah. Ross has just gone through the chicane, so I think this is definitely the last lap.
I agree.
Not sure if there's really enough time to still get to the... No. 10
Melbourne
seconds is not
hairpin,
enough.
it's done. This will be the last lap for the sprint.
Ooh, behind him, 3 wide into the hairpin.
Oh, look at that.
Shaw on the outside. Ooh, just gets pushed onto the grass.
Ooh, a little bit of a tap there.
He is. It does look like he's waiting for Nick.
Oops.
And they're running down to the line.
Interesting. Right, well, that's a result there. We have Shoal back up to third, Nick fourth, but I don't know how long that'll stick for. Everyone else coming over the line behind them and spinning and crashing and donutting. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to an ad break because we've got to go and get onto the other server. So we'll be back with you in 30 or 40 seconds.
Cool.
Right, we're back, we're live, we're on the new server, and we are waiting for everyone to connect. They've got 5 minutes to disconnect from the old one, so all right, we get a little bit of a chance to chat here. Your thoughts on that race, Sus?
I think it was a bit telling. Well, a bit somewhat expected, the result. We know that these Volvos seem to be lightning fast compared to the other cars, but all of the other drivers and the BMWs and the Nissans, they're still working hard at trying to be right up there. Philip doing well with the Nissan.
Okay.
I do think it's going to be interesting seeing what Philip can achieve with the Nissan tonight, knowing that he has to pit for fuel. The Nissan, a very, very thirsty car. A full tank will only get you, I think, about 37 minutes. It's just short of the full race.
Cool. Well, let's see what the strats are in place. I think any Nissan driver is basically got the same idea that the touring cars, the other two cars, the teams will need to pit anyway.
Yeah. So everybody has to pit for tires. The tires go off. Although, did we not see Nick and Brett Crocombe, Ross Bartle as well, making the hards work for the entire race on Brands Hatch?
Okay.
I vaguely remember that them saying that they just took a bit. They took it slightly slower. They were losing slightly less, just using less of the tire, so that they then had enough to keep on running until the end.
Got you. Cool. Some more people joined us on the YouTubes. Awesome. Glad to have you here. I hope you enjoyed round one. That was some intense racing there. Shoal doing a good result. I don't know if it'll stand, or there was a little bit of argy-bargy and he did slow down to let Nick come back, but let's see what happens. Right, we are prepping for 40 minutes of touring car action, which will include the default pit stop, as we've discussed, and that'll be a chance for the BMs and the Volvos to maybe splash and dash and or change tires or not, but the Nissan definitely has to put in some more fuel.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting seeing how this pans out. I remember being in the role of race engineer for one of my teammates in the Div2 race, and seeing just how the Nissan struggled having to go and pit for fuel.
Yeah.
Because the tire change is relatively quick. It's fuel that takes a bit of time.
Right, well, there we go. Any new members here watching, remember, if you're interested in getting involved, this is where you need to go. It's www.simracesa.co.za. Pop onto the website. You'll also find a link there to our Discord channel, and you will find everything you need to know about the various series we race. We run 3 series on the original Assetto Corsa simulator, this being the touring cars, the Legend series with the awesome little Mini Coopers, and we run the single-seater F3 series as well. And then another series on Assetto Corsa Competizione, and that's the official GT3 league that is raced at SimRace SA. So all different kinds of racing for all different kinds of tastes. Come and have a look and see if there's anything that you might enjoy, and sign up and join us. Sas, I think you better also just bring the charity organization update in.
Yes, so we've chosen Abba as our charity of choice for this season. So just to quickly explain, we ask for a minimum of 150 Rand donation, and that donation goes directly to Abba. We give you the banking details of them. You make a direct deposit into their account. So there's no skimming by us off of the top. You know where that money is going.
Yeah.
And we've managed to raise 28,933 rands thus far. So there's still a way to go if people are keen to come and join us, come race with us. We as I said, we ask a minimum of 150 rands as a donation, but we've seen a lot of drivers donate much more than that, and it's great seeing how something that we are all passionate about can also be used for the greater good of other people not as fortunate as us.
Definitely. It's an awesome initiative, and great to have all the drivers, the team captains, etc., putting in digging deep into their wallets and contributing to a great charity that is Abba. So there we go. Right, we are almost about ready. That free practice is done. Just got a couple of cars still out on the track and stopped on the side. Waldo Swigger's sitting having a picnic down there. There he goes back to the pits.
I was almost thinking he was parking there to try and get some advertiser space.
Exactly.
Something in his contract saying you have to get this amount of airtime or whatever. I think, yeah, okay, so it's just the last few hot laps the last few drivers on a hot lap that are going to come in and complete that, then we'll take over to quali. Seeing Jovan asking if he can come and commentate. Are you saying you want to replace me, Jovan, or are you wanting to join us?
Or are you wanting to replace me and commentate with Sus? I mean, what actually are you saying, Jovan?
I think he's saying he wants to use the powers of the commentator's curse in his team's favor. That might be the big brain strategy that he's trying to bring.
Cool. Let's see what the man says. Hope you're enjoying that bundle that you managed to win for last season, Jovan.
Oh, yes. A lovely little hamper.
A lovely little hamper. All right, I'm not going to go to another ad break because it's the same ad and everyone knows it's SimRace SA. So we're going to... what is that in the background? Jury's Inn. Is that a hotel here at the racetrack?
I am not sure.
It's amazing. Flags flying high. We've got the SimRace SA pace car and the medics car in the pits. Wonder if we can get.
Although this medical car is going to be quite slow.
There you can see them, the two Audi Quattros. And here come the cars. They're heading out.
Piling out of the pits there.
Indeed.
Yeah, so it's Hein out in front. Not sure if he's trying to get the clean air. Ooh, Warren Oates disconnecting.
Oh, I see that.
Some technical difficulties. Yeah. Hopefully he can get back in time.
Hines sending it up through McLean's. Very, very tricky corner. Oh, and a lot of drama in the background as you can see one of the SRAC cars into the sand. Right, through Coppice. Starkey straight. So if Hines doesn't actually fall off the track, he will be the first to register a time when they start their hot laps. Right, Javon's saying, I really want to commentate. No curses promised. Stanley's saying, replace Sus. Yo, Stanley, tough crowd tonight. Jeez, boys.
Tough crowd. I'll see you on track at GP, Stanley. Oh, oops. You're not with me.
Yo, right, here we go. Hines starts. He's the first one to start a lap. Oh, and there's a car just come out in front of him. He's going to have to move.
That's far enough ahead, though, that he can still find the gap, though.
Okay, on board with Hein as he goes down the Craner curves. 6th gear, 210 k's an hour. Brakes. Oh, this car's going to get in his way. Oh,
just misses. Ooh, people need to be careful. This is quali. Don't push too hard when you're going out.
He's now 3rd in the queue. I mean, really. Come on, guys. Right.
Luckily, Hines seemed to be unaffected. Hopefully, he can just keep his head down, focus on the rest of the lap.
Steering wheel looking very stable here in Hines' capable hands, so he's doing well with the BM. Brakes hard for the chicane. Straight lines, that carries a lot of momentum. That looked amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Right, down to the hairpin. Hard on the brakes. Throw it in, catch it. Well caught.
Very, very wide, though.
Oh, Volvo's right behind him.
That's going to make it a bit tough for Wesley. He's going to have to make the choice. Hein taking a very wide line, but losing it, and he jumps to pits. Okay. Doing well to keep out of the way.
So Wesley's first to put a time up, a 1:33. Francois Erasmus second quickest, a 1:34.3. Waldo Swiggers 1:34.4. So where are the quick cars?
They should be popping up very soon. Philip popping up with a 1:32.4 there.
Watching Charles as he goes through the chicane and heads down towards the second last hairpin.
And I was looking at Nick, but he backed off of his hot lap. I think he came up to someone on their hot lap.
Cool. Barry Mayer, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Gregory Hofart there, multitasking like a boss.
Yeah, Jovan was suggesting that he commentate on Wednesday while racing.
Got you. Right, Charles drills it into pole 1:32.2. Let's see if he can hang on to that. Let's go and have a look. Where are the usual suspects then? Why can't I find... Oh, there he is. Right, so Ross is up. Currently 3rd place.
So Nick doing a 1:47, definitely not a quick lap.
No, but he is on his quick lap now, so we'll watch him bring this around. Philip Minnock, he is about to go quicker as he comes through the final hairpin. It's almost 3/10. He is 3/10 up, 2.5 Oh, and Brett Crocombe goes up to the top, a 1:32.0. Philip takes second, a 1:32.2. So guys are getting quick.
Yeah, although judging by the times we saw in the first bit of qualifying, this isn't quite the same level of pace just yet.
No.
Although there is another difference here. We've only done a 5-minute practice session instead of a 15-minute practice session.
Yeah, but it's the same car. It's the same setup.
Yeah, but those with a keen eye would have noticed that it takes about 22 laps for the
Tires?
track grip
Oh.
to be improved.
Okay. I see where you're going then.
And it means that not all of the cars completing their first lap, enough laps during the practice session, it didn't bump up the grip to optimal levels just yet, and it's likely going to happen close to the end of the qualifying session. So Nick jumping to 4th there with a 132.1.
Just watching him. Charles Wilkin, 131.911. So he's the first under 32, but he goes into the pits. Good evening, Mr. Jason Holden Jones. How are you? Was machst du? Peter Geldenhuis down in 8th place, but he is up on his delta by a good 3/10, if not more. So Peter's going to improve for Sim Race Africa crew. Carries a huge amount of pace through that chicane. He's gone 4/10 up, so this is going to help him come from 32.7. Oh, I beg your pardon, Sass. That jet is in fact taking off and coming towards us.
Yes.
The ACC version, they only come over you from this direction and land in the other direction. So, Peter was almost half a second up, and that's all gone. Okay, he's got it back.
Okay, there is still some time for him.
Yep,
so
here he comes.
Can put in a decent lap.
He doesn't improve though. That's
okay.
strange.
Maybe the next lap. So I
Ross
do see
Bartle.
Ross doing 131.5.
Oh, I caught Scholl as he slides through into a sand trap. So that's put paid to that. Brett is up. He is 1.5 and he's halfway around through the middle of the middle sector. He's about to start the third sector, and he's still up. So Brett should improve, although it's very...
So both Nick and James Leach jumping up ahead of Scholl. Scholl going to have to get in a good lap. I think there might only be 2 opportunities left for him still.
Brett drops off his delta, he goes into the red. Now braking hard for the hairpin. And he does.
Carrying a lot of speed, but not getting the exit that he needed.
He's so close, only 1/10 down with this hairpin to go. So we'll watch him finish here.
Very late apex on the power.
No.
It's not enough. It's not enough. He's going to have to go for another lap.
Right, who else? Let's go and find some people. Rainier Leach, how's he doing? He's trying. No, he's half a second down, so he's not there. Wesley in the pits in 8th. Peter Geldenhuis, he is 2 seconds down, but about to start a lap, so he'll get this one in. Here comes the
Wilkin is right on his bubble.
Charles is in fact up. He's a 10th up. So 911 a 10th would at least even bring him up. Oh, he needs 2/10. He just needs 2/10. That'll put him to second.
That'll put him in second. He's got a very good exit there out of the hairpin.
Let's watch this. 45 seconds left. So this lap he's going to start will also count.
Compromising the exit a bit. That might be enough. That's
going
to be enough to put him into second.
Second, back onto the front row with a lap to go.
And Nick is on a hot lap already, but he is right on his bubble, so he's got about 8/100ths of a second to improve. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see if he can improve.
James Leach throws it away up at the top end of the track, and James Leach bumps into 4th place. So he's gone past Brett Crocump. Brett Crocump in the pits, I think he has in fact given up. That's him. Right, so who's left? Ross is on a lap, we know that, but he is... I just saw him catch a... No, he's thrown that one away. Nick is up as he comes through the chicane. He's carrying a bit of positive delta, so let's see if Nick gets us to the end.
Okay, Peter Geldenhuis bumps up 1 position.
Peter Geldenhuis up into 8th.
Up into 8th. So not quite the same performance in his first qualifying, but
here's Nick.
Still up there.
Nick in 3rd place, last corner, carrying...
Ooh, he's 2/10 up.
Oh, he's done well. That was a great corner.
Slightly wide, losing it a bit, but that is going to put him into...
3rd?
No. That was an invalid lap.
It was an invalid lap. Okay. Anybody else? Philip Minard? Yes, here comes Philip. He's up. And he stays 6th. And Rainier stays where he is. Robert Walker, he is still out on a lap, but he's right there as he breaks into the hairpin. He goes positive. So Rob Walker trying to pick the Nissan up by its scruffy socks and move up a few positions.
Looking at Rob's time, though, he has to improve by quite a bit. That's almost 2 seconds.
Yeah, good point.
And that is quali.
That is it. There we go. Ross Bartle and Charles Wilkins. So we're going to have it again for the long race. Front row should be a good dice. Ross on the inside, Charles next to him, and behind them we have Nick Hodgson, the second of the point blank cars, with James Leach there for OC Brewery. So this is going to be a good dice. Now we're going to go quickly for a fast ad break. We'll be back. Right, we're back. Everyone's on the grid. They are, in fact, on the grid. So there we go. Had my mouse get caught up a little bit. Helicopter view. You can't really see too much. Ross in pole, and my timing screen sends James Leach in second, but I know it's Charles Wilkin. Then we have Nick in third. He's there just behind Ross, and in 4th place will be James Leach. 5th is the other point blank car. All right, the timing screen.
Lights showing.
Lights are showing. Let's go back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's see if Charles
Engines
can
are
get the
revving.
jump.
Drop the clutch, and away they go.
Oh, Charles got a good drag. Look at this.
It's looking like Scholl had a very, very good start there. Okay, he just keeps it wide, falls back in line. Do see in the background someone ran a bit wide. I think that might have been Philip Minard.
It's a whole lot of changes further back, as you can see, but they fall in line. There we go. So 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th as they started. Peter Geldernaes into 7th. Philip Minard's dropped down to 8th in the BM. In the Nissan.
Ooh, Nick is already... Oh no, Philip has dropped down to 18th.
Oh, Philip Minard, sorry, yeah. He has had
He's lost it there.
He did.
So he's going to be on the drive back to try and get out of the relegation zone tonight.
Let's go and have a quick look. There he is in the Nissan, so he's... literally right at the back. He obviously got collected somewhere, and this is going to be a big drive back for Philip. So we'll watch him and see how he progresses. Right, Scholl down to the first hairpin. And 1st, 2nd, and 3rd are pretty much nose to tail. Oh, Ross has run wide there. Scholl's up the inside. Oh, now he's cut back onto the inside for the next hairpin. But no, Ross managed to get a pull. Scholl, they all tied through that hairpin. I thought we had some... Oh, Nick's very close here. So, first lap done of 40 minutes, and these guys are racing hard.
Nick looked like he wanted to put his nose there on the outside of Scholl, but just not enough space. He thought better of it in the end.
Right, just dropping back to Peter. Peter Geldernaes looking at the back of Waldo Swiggers, and these two are going hammer and tongs. Peter goes up the inside. Waldo was too wide through T1. Down the Craner curves, and they're next to each other. Oh, Peter's sideways, and he's lost control. Oh, in the sand trap.
That is not not where you want to be.
No.
Didn't see if he hit the barrier. Oof, someone else.
Oh, he's just been collected. I think I got that on replay. We're going to go and have a quick look and see. Oh, he lost it all on his own. He just... Oh, that's bad luck. Doesn't hit the wall, thankfully, so no damage. But then he collects another car that's stuck here at the bottom of the Craner Curves. Oh, dear. All right, let's go back and see what's going on. Up to the front, Nick Hodson, James Leach. What is happening here? What is happening here? Brett Crowcump, look at this. James Leach, Brett Crowcump. There's a whole lot of dicing going on. Sashi there, sir?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I'm trying to quickly catch my breath.
All
my
good.
timing screen is still showing. Oh, that was Peter Geldenhuis.
Yeah.
I was very confused for a moment, just looking at the cars,
Alright.
and it's like, why is it not updating?
Just looking further back here. Hein van Niekerk, they three together. He's next to with Wesley Ferrant and Corne Brett just ahead of them. Wesley goes around the outside. Position change. Oh, Wesley runs.
Does run wide a bit,
He
which
does.
is going to allow Hein to close in that gap.
There comes screaming down the Craner Curves.
Slipping and sliding ever so subtly.
Oh, there's a grumpy monkey car off there. Who's that?
That is Brett Crowcump.
Is it Brett?
He had a moment. So
It is.
The pressure of this race getting to the drivers, it seems.
Yeah, you make a mistake with the heavy car, you've got to drive them differently. Bjorn Buchner all over the back of him.
It might also be the if there's a tiny difference in track grip, it's catching drivers out. It's also heavier fuel loads, most likely, different tires.
Look at Nick and Charles. They're back at it again. Nick right here. Gets a little bit of...
Actually, I'm realizing we forgot to discuss tires. So most of the field tonight in the feature race on hards were
Yes.
Wesley Ferrant, Robert Walker on mediums, and Sean Bingham on softs. So Sean likely considering taking an early pit stop and then coming out on the hards. That's Rob Walker parked at the pit exit. Maybe it's because he's being waved the blue flag that he feels it's safer to rather wait and let everybody go past.
Yep, that's good driving, but early pit stop for Rob.
Yeah, he had a bit of a moment, it seems, so he's trying to recover from that still.
So another drive back. So Brett Crowcump then down in 12th. He's going to have to try and recover from where he is. How is Philip Minnar?
Philip is currently in 15th, so
There
he's
he
doing
is.
well on his drive back.
So we'll watch Philip. And he's closing in on the back of Bjorn Buchner in the Gunston BMW. Just saying that sounds awesome. The Gunston BMW. All right. Sean Bingham. Oh. He's the point blank car up ahead, and he is looking at the back of Corne Brett. And Corne Brett's just behind them, the two. Brett
That's
Crowcump.
Hein van Niekerk and Brett Crowcump.
Brett trying to go around
Brett-
the outside.
Brett on the outside.
Oh, my
Just
word.
cuts across his nose there.
Hein, you
Maybe-
used far too much braking there, sir.
Brett maybe taking a tiny bit of liberty there on the second turn in the chicane.
Oh, I'm watching
Didn't
Corne
quite touch
Brett.
the curbs.
He got a little sideways at the hairpin, but he stays ahead of Sean Bingham, but he's spinning up the BMW.
Okay, Philip Minnar moving up into 14th, I'm seeing on the timing screen there.
Corne's having fun in his BMW, that's for sure. He's using the rear-wheel drive how it should be. We watch him as he's got Sean Bingham and Brett Crowcump behind him now. The fabulous Flying Gypsies. And here comes a position change. Brett going right past already. So Brett passes Sean and moves up into 9th place. I beg yours? 10th place.
10th place. The fabulous Flying Gypsies I'm seeing there on the side.
Exactly. The fabulous Flying Gypsies. Wesley Ferrant half a second off the back of Erasmus, who gets a huge tank slap and catches it. That's going to allow Wesley to close up a little bit.
And Brett makes the move on Corne Breed there.
Okay, so Brett into the top 10 already after 8 minutes, 7.5 minutes.
Philip is also closing the gap on 13th position, so he's doing very well on his drive back.
Indeed. Right, let's go and look at the front. Nick, there's a bit of distance between him and Charles. That is 1.2 seconds at the moment. Oh, Bingham and Brett swapping positions. Let's go back there. Oh, there's a bit of contact
Bingham
there.
runs very, very wide out of the hairpin, which is going to allow Brett not quite there. Okay. Good enough to get back and going.
Let's watch into T1 and see if Corne's got any ideas of licking it and sending one.
And behind them, Philip Minnar managing an overtake on Marco Grassa. I'm saying behind, further down the back. So Brett taking a slightly different line into turn 1,
Indeed.
trying to get a good exit, but that Volvo is just gunning it.
Dirk Brandt on the YouTube. How you, buddy? Yeah, the BMs. I don't know. And poor old Peter Caldenas, he just had a huge drama there just now. Where is he at the moment?
He is down in
16th
16th position.
So he's arriving on the back of Warren Oates. So Peter Caldenas also busy with the drive back, but a little bit further back than the other guys. Well, they were down here just now. Let's see if Peter can... he's got 31 minutes to do this, so... he's quickly arriving on the back of Warren Oates here. And he's next to Warren Oates as they go down Starkey Straight. Coming down to the chicane. Right, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Who's braking? Warren's braked. And Peter goes around the outside.
Peter just braking slightly later and then closing that door, slamming it shut.
Slamming. Slamming. Slapping.
Slapping, slamming, I don't know. I'm Afrikaans. My dad just used to tell me, moenie die deur toeslaan nie.
Slaan nie deur. Alright, Philip Minnar in 13th. Oh, right next to Hein. They're side by side as they come down the main straight. The BMW has the inside line over the Nissan into T1. And Philip brakes. He turns in. He's trying to do an undercut, and he does get the undercut done.
He's not quite next to him yet.
Oh, you can't turn in if there's a car there, Hein. I mean,
Hein does keep it going.
He does. He caught that, but I mean, you surely his dude's telling him there's a car there.
Yeah. I'm looking at that Nissan though. Yo, it's a bit scratched up there at that front bumper.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, Philip Minnar's he runs wide there. Catches it, but runs wide. Just behind Marco Grassa, looking at the back of Hein van Niekerk. So, there's dices everywhere here. We're going to try and Crow Company Rasmus. Oh, Leach and Leach. Let's go and see what they're doing.
Ooh.
Nothing.
Lots of action everywhere.
OC Breweries, here we are. There's 3 of them here. Leach, and Swiggers. So, no, you're not seeing triple vision, but this is it.
Yeah, for a moment I thought I maybe had a bit too much to drink and I didn't even have anything at all today.
No OC Brewery stuff at all?
Nothing, unfortunately. I still need to go and get some supplies.
You see what I did there, don't you?
I do.
Right. We're...
and 15th, Peter Geldenhuis. On Marco Grassa on the inside line there at the last hairpin. And he makes the overtake stick.
Right.
And he's got Hein in his sights now.
Hein, now be aware, there are cars around you, sir. Because Peter's definitely going to be trying to do a send somewhere.
Hein does get a good exit though. I think that's what cost him. He took a slightly tight line there, and Philip got the cutback maneuver done.
Yeah, Peter's close. Peter's
Having
coming
a
up.
look there,
Yep.
coming up on the inside.
He's going to have the inside for Starkey's. McLean's. decides the
keeps it
better
nice
of it.
and tidy. Hein is a bit all over the place trying to keep control over that car, so I'm sure Peter is going to make his move very soon. Looks like he's getting a very good exit there onto the back straight. Not sure if he'll be able to pull up alongside Hein.
He's running defensive. Peter's got to swing out to the outside. Can't go round.
Hein is still there on the inside.
Oh.
That's going to cost him quite some time running through that gravel.
Right, we are 13 minutes in. Oh, now Peter's got to run defensive as Marco Grasser looks to join this party. Ross Bartle out in the lead, 8 laps done, and he's 4 seconds up the road from Charles Wilkin, who is in turn 1.7 seconds up the road from Nick Hodgson. Then we have the Leaches, Rainier Leach in 4th, James Leach 5th, and Waldo Swiggers for OC Breweries 4th, 5th and 6th respectively. Wesley Ferrant in 7th, Brett Crowcump drive back in 8th. Francois Erasmus and Sean Bingham round up the top 10.
Brett is doing well on his drive back, it seems. He's managed to work his way back into 8th from 12th, if I remember correctly.
I'll tell you what, the majority of this chat, it's 50-50. Half of it's for Charles and half of it's for Peter Geldenhuis.
So SRAC doing very, very well there with the support tonight.
Yeah.
Ooh, Peter.
Oh, the Leeches. I was watching them and I changed them. Dash it. So James had a problem. Oh, Rainier's got hammered.
Rainier had a bit of a problem.
Oh, he's got the car turned round. He's got to do a 3-point turn here. What's happening here, Rainier?
Ooh.
Oh. Right, he gets going. Where exactly is he? It is at the end of the chicane. So he had a huge problem there with James.
Oh, I'm not sure what happened. Maybe we'll see a report coming in, although we'll know later.
It'd be very interesting to see if a brother submits an incident report on another brother.
Well, they can probably just go and duke it out with some fisticuffs if they really want to.
Jeez, the Volvo sound awesome as they come up those curves. Up to McLean's, they just wail up there. It's stunning. Gotta love the touring cars, gents.
I just had a look over in chat. Dirk, I think your powered by AWS graphic is spot on because it's just completely incorrect.
Powered by AWS. Oh dear. Right, what is going on there?
So Peter had a bit of a moment. He's now fallen back to 17.
Oh, Peter, up and down. Now he's gone 3 steps back again. He's arriving on the back of Bjorn Buchner's BMW. Oh, this is so dangerous. Into this corner. Oh, he's on the grass. He's gone far too deep. I mean, Peter.
Keeps it. I think that's a decent enough exit that will not lose him too much time. He is going to have to work hard at gaining it back.
Yeah, he stuck 2 wheels on the grass. You can't stop for that corner.
Yeah.
He's overdriving. He needs to just be smooth.
Slow is smooth and smooth is fast.
That's it. Okay, Vasanian.
Leach.
Oh no, Peter's run deep through the hairpin. I mean, like, he's gone into next year deep. What is Peter doing here? You need to just calm down, sir.
I'm trying to switch away from him because
okay,
it's
let's
painful.
switch away. Who are we going to?
Rainier Leach in 12th. He is on the back of Corne Briet.
He is, in fact, as they come down the Craner curves. Let's watch this. Vasanian Gaming on YouTube. You're very confused, shouting for Peter and Charles. You need to be one or the other, buddy. Just joking, though. Oh, Rainier runs deep at the bottom of Craner curves, and there's a bit of light between him and Corne Briet.
I see Sean Hards in the YouTube chat there saying hello from Springbok.
Sean, jeez, what are you doing there?
That's not quite a stone's throw from my valley, but interesting that he's decided to go there.
Yeah, Northern Cape. Must be cold there at night. Okay, we are almost at halfway. So if we're seeing pit stops, they're going to be happening in the next 2 minutes. Possibly the Nissans, I suppose.
Yes. Well, okay. No, I'm still trying to figure out what the tire degradation is like.
Okay. While you're talking, Wesley Ferrant on Waldo Swiggers. What's
Corné Breed has spun it in at the hairpin, and it's allowed Renier Leach to get past.
I missed
You
it.
said Waldo Swiggers.
Yeah, they've gone over the line, nose to tail. They're very close. Wesley Ferrant and Waldo Swiggers. Oh, Corné's trying to recover, and here comes Warren Oates up the inside. So Corné's now in the huge thick of it here. Warren Oates, Marco Grassa, Corné Breed into T1. Let's watch Corné as he comes down the hill. He got a good drive there. So he's going to be attacking the back of Warren Oates, who in turn is defending and attacking.
Just keep your eye out there. Brett Krokamp is also going to try and make a move on Wesley very soon.
Okay, these three have settled.
Now they're coming up to the chicane, but not quite yet.
Wesley got to run super defensive, but he's also trying to attack the Waldo Swiggers car ahead.
It's times like this.
Oh,
where
look at that! Look at that!
Sneaky up on the inside, but I think it was keeping it that tight just cost.
Yeah, you don't get a drive.
A bit of exit speed there.
Wesley took a much wider radius. He gets a better drive out of the hairpin, so he holds the position. But
Krokamp going for the very wide entry there.
Renier Leach, what have you done again?
Ooh.
Renier Leach is going backwards here. He's exactly the same chicane again. He's had a moment and he's just dropped 4 positions. So Renier down to 15th here. Peter Geldenhuys is slowly catching up to him. Renier's really not enjoying that chicane.
Hopefully he can keep his head down and continue bashing to try and get there.
Brett Krokamp right under the wing of Wesley Ferrant as they come up the Schwantz curve.
Staying so close.
Sean Hard saying on YouTube he's out and working in Springbok, so he's missing the race tonight. Totally understandable, but you need to keep a roof over your head and pay the rent, buddy, so good for you. Okay, we're halfway in the race right now. Ka-ching!
So not seeing people duck into the pits just yet.
No.
I think a lot of people took note of what Point Blank did in the last race. Although judging by how aggressive some people are driving, I'm still expecting a pit. It might even be looking at the amount of hards that someone is considering going to mediums, maybe softs for the last.
Well, Sean Bingham in 9th place, he's doing really well. He's on softs.
He's on softs. I'm not sure how he's making it work for 20 minutes, but I'm sure it's going to start falling off soon. I mean, he is doing, just going to quickly look at his lap time.
He's coming over the line now.
So Francois does a 1:35.2 and Sean does a 1:34.7. So clearly not slow compared to the drivers up ahead.
No.
Just
quickly going to Corné and Warren Oates. Yes, sorry, I also saw that
places all over the place.
They are.
Corné running very deep there out of the hairpin, but he is ahead. This straight deceptively long from this camera angle.
Yes, it is. Warren brakes early. Make sure to get a good drive. Oh, Corné gets a tank slapper.
Just dipping wheels onto the grass there. Ooh, they're coming side by side. Oh, not yet. Not quite.
Oh, Warren's thinking about it. He's Corné is sliding through the bottom of the Cranach curves. Warren gets a good drive and he's up to the outside and goes round the outside of the BMW.
You need to keep the speed up. As much as possible.
Corné slid through there. He had a huge problem at the bottom of the hill, and Warren was a lot straighter, so got a better drive. They go through Coppice and now onto Starkey Straight, and Corné's right there. Doesn't want to let him get away.
Philip Minnar and Sean Bingham swapping places, so Philip's still on his drive back.
just going to watch Cornet here. All right,
And
Wesley in the
Farad
pit.
dives into the pits.
See that. So here we go. First pits at 17 minutes 40 seconds. Okay, Cornet coming down to the hairpin. Cornet's coming down to the hairpin. Oh, he hardly manages to stop that car. That BMW was snaking under braking. Doesn't hit the back of Wesley Oates, and up they come to the next hairpin. Sean Bingham into the pits, and Wesley Farad disconnects.
He was pulling forwards and backwards. It's looking like his pit strategy might not have been correctly set up.
Oh dear. Well, he's left us, unfortunately. Sean Bingham in the pits, and he's leaving the pits, as we see him coming down.
So Sean coming into the pits, I think from 9th position.
Sorry, Warren Oates was in the grass, and Corne Breit's now up the inside of him coming down the Craner curves. Oh, he's too wide. Oh, he's lost it.
You're running that wide onto those curbs. The curbs are not going to give you the same amount of grip as the rest of the track there.
Oh, he does a sympathy spin. Come on, calm down, calm down.
Feather it lightly.
There we go. Right, Corne down to 16th. Oh, buddy. I'm at a loss. Bad luck there, man. Let's go up ahead to Marco Grassa in 10th. He is within a second now of the back of Hein van Niekerk, who's now in 9th place. So Marco having a good drive here and climbing up as he goes along. Waldo Swiggers 1 second off the back of James Leach.
Pieter Geldenhuys also on the back of Ranier Leach, and
Minna.
they're into the Melbourne hairpin. They're
Got them.
overtaking Warren Oates.
Right, 3 of them.
Bit of argy-bargy there, but they get by.
Peter Keldernace running wide. Warren Oates up the inside, and we do have Philip Minnow in the pits.
Okay, so Philip is going to be stationary for quite a while. He has to take fuel.
Got you. Right, Peter turns into turn 1. So he is he's busy trying to pass positions and climb back up the grid. Remember, it's the bottom 3 that will get relegated after incident reports and all the stewards have done their deliberations over the results.
Also to just keep in mind, it's the bottom 3 of the drivers that started the race. So disconnecting, the idea is to discourage people from disconnecting if they feel the race is over. It's especially if there's still some time. Keep your head down and keep going. That's the main aim of the game.
Exactly. But I mean, then I don't understand what happened to Wesley there.
I think he didn't have his pit strategy set. Maybe there was an inconsistency somewhere. I'm not sure what happened. He'll know, and it might have been in such a state where he would have been forced to disconnect, which would have put him on a rather bad back foot already.
Waldo Swiggers up in 5th place, and he is all over the back of James. Let's see if there are in fact team orders here. Waldo coming up to the boss man, and I think at the hairpin he's just going to punt him deep.
Don't make calls like that, Alan. That is how commentators' curse gets going.
All right, let's all watch this and see what what happens. Oh dear. Jeez, they're all on their own here. They are the best part of 11.5 seconds up the road from Brett Crocomp.
Brett on his drive back though. So Brett has done well to get back into 6th.
Indeed, he has.
If I'm looking at that.
Yeah.
So Ross Bartle doing a 1:32.9. Charles Wilkins should follow suit 1:33.2. Nick doing 33.9s.
32.9.
Sorry, 32.9s. So
Nick is closing in, buddy. Let's just jump ahead.
He was maybe saving his tires a bit, thinking about the long game. I'm expecting Charles to possibly be on the same strategy. It's going to boil down to who's pushed too much at the start of the race.
I saw that gap sub 1 second now, but it's gone back up to 1.5 seconds. So let's just keep our eye on that.
I think it's purely down to Nick knowing he has to keep his head down.
Yeah.
There's still enough time as long as he can keep within a second. I think in the last 5 minutes the grip will matter the most, and that might be when he can put down the hammer.
Right, Marco Grasser, look at this, over the start-finish line in 9th place, and he's now on the back of Hein van Niekerk's BMW. So here we have BMW versus BMW, and they pile through T1 and get into the Craner curves coming down the hill. First through Hollywood.
I actually wasn't expecting the cars to slide that much.
Yeah, you can see the BMWs coming down the hill.
Marco just getting off the circuit there, but keeps it calm and collected and gets back on.
They seem to be a handful. Corné Briet indeed in the pits from 16th. The BMWs just really look difficult to drive. They don't look like they're in a straight line most of the time at all.
I do remember people saying like it's a bit of a beast to tame, but once you can tame it, if you can get the consistency locked down, it's quite the drive. Okay, so Corné comes out of the pits with softs. Rob Walker on softs. Nobody else. The rest of the field on hards, it seems.
These two are the closest dices at the moment, Grasser on Van Niekerk and Geldenhuys on Leach. So Renier Leach also busy trying to climb back up, and Peter coming with him. They come around the final turn. Anyone going in yet? Not yet. Nope. They all head on for another lap.
I suspect Leach and I suspect everybody is trying to make it work. But judging by Corné coming into the pits just now, it might be that they're just pushing it until after 10 minutes to quickly come in.
Okay, but they've got, is there a pit window, Sus?
No, there's no pit window.
So it could be the second last lap.
Before the end of the race, or just run until the end.
Okay.
It's about managing your tire degradation and making sure that you can maintain the level of pace that you need if you're in a battle.
Okay, Renier Leach in 10th place. He's now got a problem. He has now arrived at the back of Marco Grasser's BMW.
Mm-hmm.
And that is backing him up into Peter Geldenhuys' hands. So I'm watching these four at the moment, and there we go. Marco's moving all over. Renier Leach following him.
Staying in his toe, going for the outbraking maneuver.
And does. Marco lets him go. Renier sends it up through the inside and makes the pass. And Peter Geldenhuys now up the inside of Marco, following suit. So he also goes past. Marco goes 2 positions back. But I think he realizes he can't hold these Volvos back any further.
It's now going to be behind. That's going to be under pressure and trying to see if he can hold on to the position, or at least not lose it to both Renier and Peter.
And they come howling towards us.
I see Dirk mentioning Leach and Peter are 2 seconds a lap faster than Hein and Grasser. So
yeah, Grasser. Yeah, that's...
Why did my mind do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's clearly it's tough to make. It's tough to still make the overtake stick, but it's also eye-opening to see how brave they are trying to going for the moves into the chicane.
Yeah, I think a lot of it also boils down to the stability in the Volvos. They seem to be a lot more comfortable.
That's likely the case.
Yeah. And both of these drivers are trying to drive back up as far as possible. So both Renier and Peter. But Renier's had huge problems at the chicane now this whole race. So he's kind of tiptoeing through here, whereas we didn't see what happened with him and James, or the second incident, whether there was contact or if it was just something Renier did wrong. But he's up the inside. No, he's not. Jeez, he was close there. So Hein van Niekerk's now looking in these mirrors. Hard braking now for final turn.
shouldn't be looking too much.
Oh, there's a bit of contact there, and Renier's turned him round. They're in the racing line. Come on, guys, move. You can't stop there. Okay, Hein does a donut and spins the BM. Renier is, he's pulling. Oh, and
Facing
Heinz
the
now
right
just.
way.
I don't actually know what's going on there now. I think Heinz just losing the plot completely.
Ooh. That's not good.
No. And Renier's flashing lights, but off they go. He's ever dropped all the way down to just in front of Bjorn Buchner. So 15th, 14th place.
Okay, so Philip down in 12th. He had that incident right at the start of the race.
Yeah.
His bumper isn't looking second hand anymore, so I'm assuming he did
fixed.
some quick repairs there.
Indeed.
Brought out the hammer.
Wow. So all bunching up here behind Warren Oates. This is 10th, 11th, 12th that you're seeing on the screen at the moment. Peter Geldenhuis nicely up into 8th place and driving away. Marco Grasser going with him in 9th. But here we go. Here comes Philip Minnar. He's doing a send down into the hairpin. Can he stop? Can he stop? He can. He turns it. And he has passed Mr. Bingham. So Philip Minnar goes up into 11th. Sean Bingham drops down to 12th.
And Philip is going to be hunting for Warren now.
He is.
I'm just gonna keep an eye. Warren doing a 1:36.3 and Philip doing 1:34 flat. So
Oh, Nick
Philip-
Hodgson. Oh.
what's
Nick
happening?
Hodgson and Sean, they're next to each other. Scholl goes round the inside. If Nick stays there, Nick's got the inside for turn 1. So I think the time's come. Nick's pulled the pin and he's trying to get past Scholl here.
Yes, he's putting down the hammer now.
Scholl locks up a little bit and Nick goes round the inside, but Scholl stays there. Oh, this is not
They're
going to end
keeping
well.
it very, very tight. It's going to be tough.
You cannot go down Craner Curve side by side. Can you?
Although they are doing it.
Oh, Nick. Oh, Nick. He catches it. Scholl, he's on the grass. Scholl goes back through. Oh, Nick. Jeez.
For a moment, I was very worried for Nick there.
Yeah, there's just no way you can do that through that part of the track. So,
Would have been a bit of a faux pas
yeah,
if he slid into Shaw.
some impressive stuff going on there.
Yo, Shaw forcing Nick to work hard for
Indeed.
this position tonight.
Indeed.
So 5 minutes left, less than 5 minutes left.
All right, so we're going to have a whole bunch of splash and dashes happening like in the next 5 minutes.
I actually don't think they're going to come into pit. There isn't a requirement to pit.
No,
It's
but that's
just
what I
about
asked.
tires.
Is
No,
there?
no.
Is
No,
there-
it's tires. Tires
Okay.
are the main concern.
Okay, it's not a rule.
It's not a rule.
Okay,
Tires
cool.
are the concern.
Got you. Thank you. Okay, so they're trying to stretch this all the way then. That's what we're saying. So Ross Bartle, 1:33.1, still doing very consistent times. Now 10 seconds up the road from Scholl. And Nick is still within attacking distance. 8
He's
tenths.
still within attacking distance, and okay, so that lap was a second slower. But I am sure if we watch them closely, Nick might be showing that he's got some pace now.
Yeah. Okay, looking back down quickly, 14th place, Renier Leach has arrived back on the back of Hein van Niekerk again. So here comes round 2, 3, 6, and 7.
Dirk seems to be almost doing his best to try and curse this this race tonight.
Melvin Coe saying that was fun to watch. They were both on the limit, I agree. Right, Renier's going to arrive on this BMW and hopefully there's no problems. Let's see what happens.
Just quickly jumping forward, so Ross Bartle coming down the back straight. I think that means, yes, that's
2 more laps.
That's going to be 2 more laps.
Yep. Right, here comes Renier. He has closed right in on the back of Hein van Niekerk. So they're coming together on the main straight just now. They go through the chicane. And Hein moves across. He's going to run defensive into the hairpin. Now moves back. Now hard
Maybe
braking.
moving back a bit too far there.
Yeah.
Need to remember to leave space for the driver on the outside.
Right. Oh, Minna and Grosser changing positions just up ahead of them. Through the final turn, all sorted, and down they head to T1. Now what's going to happen? Renier's staying on the inside. Hein moves across. Renier staying here. He's looking for the inside to turn 1. Hein brakes late. Turns in for T1. Oh my word. Are they neck? No, they're not.
It's not going to be a side by side.
You cannot go down here like that.
Well, Nick and
No,
Nick
they
and
didn't.
Shaw showed that you can do it.
No, they didn't.
They did.
It almost ended in tears.
It almost ended in tears.
Hashtag grudge match, as Dirk says. I mean, I'm not preempting, but we're watching.
Yeah.
Right, 1 minute 50 to go, and Nick is getting closer.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on that gap.
Okay.
Nick on the last lap, Nick was about 0.3 quicker than Shaw.
Oh, Renier got good drive there. Renier got a great drive out of that corner. Down Stocky straight. They're next to each other.
Goes for the outbraking move. Not quite. Oh, he very, very almost touched the rear quarter there of Hein.
Hein brake very late there. Right, Renier looking up again, up the inside. Braking hard for the hairpin, turning hard. So good dice, irrespective of what's happened. These two are having a huge dice.
Yes.
Right, into the last hairpin. Renier runs deep to do the undercut and get the drive. And he gets the drive. Here they come down the main straight, over the start-finish line. This will be the last lap. Nick, still 4/10 off the back of Scholl, so nothing much happening there. Renier gets drive. I'm making this BMW the widest 3 Series BMW ever built. They're doing exceptionally well. Oh no, Hein, what happened? He's run deep. Renier's gone up the inside. Now
If
Renier's up hard on the brakes.
If you can, switch to the battle for second.
Oh, and Heinz hit him again.
Oh, I
There's
just
more
missed
contact. Oh, I got that. I'll say again because that was more contact. I've got the replay. I'm going to put this live on the live stream. AC replay. Here we go. So you can wait and watch when it gets on the live on the YouTube. Renier's done. The pass is done. They go through. Renier slides. Heinz slides. Straightens his BM out and collects the back corner of Renier, spinning him onto the inside.
Oh no! Just caught a tank slapper there. It seems.
Ross Bartle. Here we go.
So Ross gets
It's
first place
done.
there.
Scholl Wilkin.
Both races. Scholl Wilkin, he fought hard with Nick there for second.
He did. Nick had a huge race there. James Leach, he's coming up the hill from the hairpin. And James will take the final turn for fourth place. Waldo flashing lights, he comes over fifth. Brett in sixth, and that's pretty much it as far as the top results goes.
Philip has done well to get himself back into the top 10, I'll tell you that.
He has. Philip Minnar coming down to the hairpin. This is Peter Gelden. Is this for position?
Ooh.
It is. Philip Minnar and Peter Geldenhuis, they're dicing for position here. This is for 8th and 9th, respectively. Oh, and Philip goes up
Peter
the inside.
runs very, very deep, so that means Philip comes home in 8th and Peter takes 9th.
That's it. Good dice there, right to the end. All right, I'm going to put the countdown on. You need to go and find some people to talk to us.
I have already found some people. Hello, everybody. Welcoming to the booth the winner of both races, Mr. Ross Bartle.
How's it, guys?
Hey, Ross.
What happened? Why did you just check out and run so far ahead?
Why is it so easy for you? I mean, what are we missing here, buddy?
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, there wasn't much of a pace difference, particularly that second one. I think it was maybe slightly quicker on the softs, but obviously Oaks getting in paddles doesn't help. It doesn't help them. It helps me. So yeah, I think this car and this track is, man, it just suits every aspect of my driving style as far as I'm concerned. It just gelled pretty much. Probably the best in terms of how it gelled that I've ever driven.
Okay.
So yeah,
Got
it was
you.
pretty good.
You pretty much couldn't do anything wrong. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah,
good,
no.
man.
Qualifying wasn't that great. Actually struggled a little bit, but managed to get in enough to get pole on both occasions. But
Call lies, because you were taking pole by quite some margin compared to the rest of the field.
yeah, I think actually a bit quicker than I thought they would. I'll be honest. Yeah.
Speaking of, how are you experiencing the lack of HLQ to judge what the pace of the other teams and drivers are?
I think that was tricky. But obviously us being a fairly large team now, with varying, drivers and what have you.
Yep.
Obviously Nick as well.
Yeah.
Times wise, you kind of know where you are. Didn't struggle too much because of that. I would have found it difficult if we were driving on our own. Independence would find it difficult, that's for sure.
Ross, were you aware of how quick Scholl would be, or did you think he was going to be that quick?
Yeah, I think he would be.
Yeah.
He was pretty quick in the first round. He surprised us in the first round, obviously, with that alternate strategy in the first race.
And
So we did a bit more digging into the soft for the first race for this one. Just threw out the mediums completely, so yeah.
That's what I was going to ask. Was it purely because it was only 20 minutes that you knew you could make the softs last?
It was actually a bit of a strange one. I'm not sure how the tracks are created and stuff, but there was definitely a lot less wear on the soft around this track than there was at Brands. I mean, Brands, you were 5-6 laps and they were dead. Whereas here, you could do a whole race on them, no problem. They sort of just got into the yellow on the wear indicator,
Yes.
Whereas Brands Hatcher would have been completely gone. So, yeah.
I think everybody in Div 2 and Div 3, you're welcome to send Ross your donations for that bit of information. Ross, just post your banking details, buddy.
Yeah, the hards, strangely enough, is the same sort of scenario as the previous race. They sort of go off with a lap to go. But yeah, the soft seem to have worked for the sprint.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
we were speculating a lot, and I told Alan I think some drivers are going to go and pit for tires and some are not. It all depends on if you can make it work. And we actually saw Nick taking it slightly easier during the first 30 minutes of the race.
Indeed.
And then putting down the hammer to try and get the overtake done on Scholl. But then he had a bit of a moment, and unfortunately had to back off and couldn't get the overtake.
Well,
done.
you can't go down Craner curves next to each other. I mean, that was such a big send, and we caught it on the live stream. It looked impressive, but he at least tried hard. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Ross, thanks for coming in and having a chat, buddy. And again, well done.
No problem.
Absolute domination. So good for you. And we'll catch up with you in a short while. Once your next series, about 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think GT next. So
Yeah, GT.
good.
That's it.
Next for him, yes.
hopefully no rain, please, guys.
Sass?
Don't tempt me.
We got a wet race at Nürburgring tomorrow night, so that should be entertaining and good practice. So yeah.
Nice. Enjoy.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Ross. Thanks for coming, man. Awesome. So there we go. Sass done and dusted for the Tin Tops Division 1 and Round 2, or races 3 and 4. It gets a little bit complicated, but Donington certainly put its gloves up, and the guys attacked it with everything they had, man.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. There was a bit of worry initially about the chicane, but from what I could see, people weren't abusing it, and when they were abusing it, they ran into the gravel traps there, which
Exactly.
cost them quite a bit of time. So, excited. Hopefully, gonna see some interesting racing in Div 2 and 3 as well. Like for all of the drivers still needing to race. I hope you had your notebooks out and you're ready to go now for Wednesday.
Exactly. So everybody on the YouTube, thanks guys for joining us. Not going to go through everyone's names, but it was grand to have you with us. It was awesome dicing, some very entertaining racing, and we did see some dramas and some issues, but all in all, it's tin tops. It's rubbing as racing. So you guys did what you needed to do, and it was great to watch.
Yeah, always look forward to these races, and then all I can say, cheers everybody.
Yep.
Enjoy the rest of your week.
Exactly. And I'll also be saying good night and goodbye. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time around. So cheerio.